Cucumbers are one of the most rewarding crops you can grow in your garden. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned gardener, there's just something satisfying about walking out to the garden, lifting a leaf, and finding a perfectly crisp cucumber hanging there ready to harvest. You've got slicing cucumbers, pickling cucumbers, compact bush varieties for containers, long slender greenhouse types. There really is a cucumber for everyone, and once you taste a fresh cucumber grown in your own backyard, you'll never want to go back to store-bought. But here's the thing, cucumbers can also be kind of picky. A few small mistakes can really mess with your harvest. So in today's video, we're going over 5 common cucumber growing mistakes and how to fix them. If you're excited to grow some crispy, juicy cucumbers this season, smash that like button like a cucumber beetle hitting the compost pile, and let's get into it. Mistake number 1, planting cucumbers in the wrong spot. Cucumbers absolutely love the sun. They're a warm season crop and need at least 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight per day to really thrive. Now, this might sound obvious, but a lot of gardeners plant them near a fence, next to taller plants like tomatoes or corn, or even in a shaded corner of the yard. That might work in cooler climates, but if your cucumbers don't get enough sun, you're going to see slow growth, poor flowering, and bitter or misshapen fruits. Also, don't forget air circulation. Cucumbers are prone to fungal issues like powdery mildew, so planting them where they can breathe and dry off quickly after watering or rain really helps. If you're growing in containers or raised beds, make sure to rotate them every year and avoid areas where you've had cucurbits recently, things like melons, squash, or pumpkins, since they share diseases and pests. Mistake number 2, watering. Too much or too little. Cucumbers are mostly water, so it makes sense that consistent watering is crucial. But this is where things go wrong for a lot of people. If you let the soil dry out and then flood it all at once, your cucumbers will get stressed. You might see stunted fruits, yellowing leaves, or even bitter-tasting cucumbers. On the flip side, too much water, especially in heavy clay soil or poorly draining containers, can lead to root rot, fungal diseases, and a whole bunch of issues you don't want. What you want is even moisture. A deep soak a few times a week is better than a little splash every day. If you're in a hot area or using grow bags, consider adding mulch like straw, shredded leaves, or even grass clippings. It helps hold in that moisture and keeps the roots cool. Mistake number 3, skipping the trellis. This one's big. Cucumbers love to climb. If you're growing vining varieties and you don't give them a trellis, they'll sprawl all over the ground like a garden octopus. Now sure, they'll still grow, but the fruits are more likely to rot, curl, or get munched on by pests like slugs and beetles. When cucumbers sit on wet soil, it's almost a guarantee you'll get some kind of rot or blemish. Adding a vertical support system, a trellis, a cage, even a piece of string tied between stakes makes a massive difference. The fruits grow straighter, they stay clean, and they're easier to harvest. Even if you have limited space, you can grow cucumbers up, not out. It's one of the best space-saving moves you can make in the garden. Mistake number 4, over-fertilizing, especially with nitrogen. Cucumbers grow fast and they're heavy feeders, but there's a right way and a wrong way to feed them. Dumping on too much nitrogen, whether it's composted manure, liquid feed, or a high nitrogen fertilizer, will make them leafy and lush but not very productive. You'll get huge vines, tons of foliage, and barely any flowers or fruit. Instead, go for a balanced fertilizer, especially once the plant starts vining and producing flowers. Something like a 5-10-10 or 10-10-10 works great. Early on, a little nitrogen helps them establish, but once they get going, phosphorus and potassium are more important for fruiting. Also, don't feed too frequently. Once every few weeks is plenty. Too much love can backfire fast. Mistake number 5. Harvest timing is everything. This one's sneaky. You check your plants, see a cucumber that's almost ready, and think, I'll give it another day. Then life happens, you forget, and 2 days later that cucumber looks like it's training for a strongman competition. Overripe cucumbers are yellow, bloated, full of seeds, and often bitter. Plus, once a plant thinks it's successfully produced, mature seed, it slows down and stops making more fruit. So the trick is harvest early and often. Most varieties are best when they're 6 to 8 inches long or shorter. You're growing pickling types. Don't wait for them to look store-bought. A slightly smaller cucumber almost always tastes better than an overgrown one. The more you harvest, the more the plant will keep producing. It's one of those crops where staying on top of it really pays off. Bonus tip, keep an eye out for pests. Cucumbers attract a bunch of unwanted guests. Cucumber beetles, aphids, and spider mites can cause serious damage if left unchecked. You might see holes in the leaves, stunted growth, or vines that suddenly wilt. Sometimes the pests are visible, but other times, it's their damage that gives them away. A simple solution is to inspect the plants every few days. Knock off bugs, use insecticidal soap if needed, and encourage beneficial insects like ladybugs or lacewings. Floating row covers in the early season can help protect young plants, but remember to take them off once flowers start forming so pollinators can get in. So there you go, 5 of the most common cucumber growing mistakes and how to fix them. Cucumbers are fast, fun, and super satisfying to grow, but only if you avoid the pitfalls. Keep them in the sun, water consistently, give them space to climb, don't overfeed, and harvest before they get out of hand. With just a few small tweaks, you'll go from struggling vines to cucumber overload in no time. If you found this video helpful, check out my other cucumber tips and tutorials, and as always, keep growing, and I'll see you in the garden.